recognize his voice from your ride home from work. Joining us today live in the vendor kitchen is Adam Rivers from Afternoons over on KC 101. This is really fun.
I'm having a lot of fun here. You know, it's really cool to be here, really cool to be baking on TV. I love it.
Yeah, huh? It's nice to put a face to the name.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so you are making a Christmas cookie. You've been making these for years and years, haven't you?
Oh yeah, every year since I was like 15 years old. The cherry volcano cookie. It's like if you go to the restaurant and you have molten lava cake. I love that. Every time that I can get that at the restaurant, I'm all about it.
That's your go-to?
Yeah,
okay.
It's my go-to all the time. You know, so it is pretty much the cookie form of the molten lava cake with a little bit of cherry mixed in and a little bit of cherry on top afterwards.
All right, show me how to do it. I see like you've already melted chocolate. There's no mix here.
No,
no.
We're going right from, we got all the ingredients right here. So what we do, you've got the mix here, and what you do is you melt 12 ounces of baking chocolate and you put it in the microwave and follow the directions on the box and get that all nice and warm and everything like that. And then you take your cherries and you chop them up a little bit. So I'm going to put them in this bowl.
All right.
And you're going to want to save that juice for later, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have, because you're going to put that on the top, you're going to drizzle it on top to give it a little bit of cherry flavor afterward. So you're going to chop up your cherries a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to take 3/4 of a cup of cherries and you're going to drain them and cut them up. But right now you just want to cut them within
You're doing
juice.
a wonderful job at
that. I'm trying really hard right now.
It's a really big knife.
I'm trying really hard. So,
all right, so you have them chopped, right?
Yeah, you got the chopped cherries. And then what you do, you add your butter. So you take 1/4 of a cup of butter and then you put them in there. So you take your 1/4 of a cup and you toss in your chopped cherries a little bit. Butter's been out a little while.
It's soft. That's easy to work with then, right?
A little soft, so you can mix it a little bit better. So you toss it in there.
Want me to mix?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
And then you take your cherries and you dump in about 3/4 of a cup, and we'll just say that that's about 3/4 of a cup, and you rock and roll with that. And then you take.
There's no flour in this, right?
Well, no, there is flour.
Oh, there's flour.
Yeah, we're getting to it later on. There is 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So we'll take the 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and I'll get out the measuring cup here. We'll take a 1/2 and 1/4.
All right, you measure that out. So we asked our Twitter friends to ask some questions about you, more or less. Here we have the first one. Julian says, if it was your last meal on Earth, what would it be?
Filet mignon, no doubt.
Now, how would you order it?
I would order it medium well. I like it medium well. I was actually, we had the iHeartMedia holiday party last night.
Oh, where was it?
It was in Farmington at Farmington Gardens, and you know, I sent it back. It was really, really good. Like the flavor was unbelievable, but it was a little rare for me.
So Adam, you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I
you
like it a little bit more on the medium well side. I felt like a jerk for a minute. I'm like, I shouldn't do that, but I'm like, you know what? I really want it medium well.
You want to eat it, and
really
I'm sure they were accommodating, right?
Oh yeah, they were great. They were phenomenal. It tasted really good. So you're going to take your 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and you're going to toss that in there. And then you're going to measure out 2/3 of a cup of flour. So you're going to take your flour, and hopefully I don't get it all over my suit.
Well, you never know.
You never know. And then I'm going to toss in that flour.
All right, I'm going to mix this, and we have another viewer question.
Okay.
Ready? Kristen asks, what is your favorite dish during the holidays?
During the holidays, you know what?
You can't say filet mignon again.
I'm not going to say it again. My grandma, ever since I was a little kid, will make those, you know, the cookies with a little Hershey kiss in the middle.
Oh, they're
and
so
I love
great,
those.
aren't they?
And you know that they're baked with love, you know, coming from your grandma or your mom or your aunt or whatever. So, you know, it's really good. So I love those. I love having those in the holidays. And you take your 2/3 of a cup of flour and mix it in there. And then the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to take 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder so that they come out even better.
Great. So a lot of people probably recognize you for your yes-no game.
Yes. Oh, I lost the game. I lost it right there.
You
beat me at the game. Look at that. Look at that. You beat me.
But the point is that you have people call in.
Absolutely.
And they have to answer questions?
Yeah, and they can't say yes or no or anything that means the same thing. So if you're like, yup or I'm going to hit the buzzer on you and you're going to be a loser.
Well, can you answer with a question back to you?
No, you can't, because if you do that, then I'm just like, you can't do that. You gotta actually answer what I ask you. So we have a lot of fun with that. You know, we'll give that away. And today on the show, I'm going to give away tickets to 5 Seconds of Summer. They're coming to Mohegan Sun in June. So I'm going to give those away at 3:20, and we'll play the game for that. So you put in your 1/4 quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder right there.
Now, Adam, you have the oven preheated, right, to something?
Yeah, we're all set, ready to go. 350.
Okay.
Yeah, 350. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that mix, and you know, it looks really good right there.
You're
doing a great job mixing. It smells good. It looks good. So I appreciate you doing that, by the way, for me. It made it a lot easier. But what you got to do is you got to toss that in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how you want the cookies to come out. Toss it in the refrigerator, get it, you know, a little bit cooler, and then you are going to take a 1 tablespoon, you know, rounded tablespoon
Scooper thing, right?
scoop, and you're going to put it on a baking sheet, put it in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes, and then you're all set.
And they come out beautiful just like that. Top them with some cherries.
Yeah, top it on. You know what you do at the end is you take all the cherry juice that you've got right here. Take all the cherry juice and drizzle it over a little bit, depending on how much you want. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot, depending how much cherry you want.
There you go.
And then you put a cherry on top.
Fantastic. One last viewer question: do you have to wear pants while you're doing the radio?
I do. But I'm not gonna lie. When I was in Willimantic, and I shouldn't tell people this, one time I did a show without them, but it was all a big funny joke.
There you go. All right, Adam, we'll listen for you in the afternoons over on KC 101. Thanks for being here, and we'll be right back. Right.
When you're cooking at home, keep it simple and have your groceries delivered to you at home with Shop Right From Home. Use promo code WTNH25 to save $25 on your first purchase of $100 or more. For all the details, go to the CT Style page at WTNH.com.